Hey everyone, welcome back to the M&R Show. I'm Ron.
And I'm Malcolm.
And you see we have Mr. No Layups back in the building. We have our basketball analyst in the building, and we have fire talk. How
you doing? Doing good. I'm glad I'm not in school because I see that you back in school coming up. I know school's coming up, so well, actually for both of y'all. So
for sure. Yeah, I mean, just COVID's running wild in these streets. So
yeah, stay safe out there. Yeah, stay safe out there in the streets, y'all.
For sure. Now, this is a very hot topic right now in the NBA community. We have who is the current best player in the NBA? Malcolm.
Now, I'm glad I'm talking right now. I'm glad I'm the first person to talk. So that means people don't have to bring in their extra little stuff. And I understand that, G and Ron got the extra different advanced stats and how this, but that's not where we're going to go. I'm going to tell y'all what it is. And I think it's Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant, y'all know Malcolm, I value two-way players. I understand Steph Curry is a very good player. I understand we got the Giannis's of the world, which I really love. But I think that we're looking at a guy who's going to give you scoring and he's going to give you defense. It's Kevin Durant. If we look at Kevin Durant, he's 6'10", 6'11". He can shoot anywhere across the court. The guy's averaging 29.6 points per game, which is the number one in the league right now. He's averaging second in the league in minutes. And this is a guy who just came from Achilles injury, he's averaging almost 36.9 minutes a game. That is something big for Kevin Durant. Another thing is he's shooting 52.8% from the field. We talk about Steph Curry and how, he's good. He had a good season. Steph Curry is shooting almost like over 40% from the field, like 41% from the field. And we see what Kevin Durant has done. We see what Kevin Durant has done with an injury-prone roster of the Brooklyn Nets. We see that Kyrie has been out. James Harden has been in and out of the lineup. They have a lot of COVID stuff going on, but they're still number one in the East. So we're seeing what Kevin Durant has done with the problems that he's facing, and he's still winning games. And that comes to the part about his improved playmaking abilities. I feel like he's at the peak right now in his playmaking abilities. He's averaging 6 assists a game, which is about one of his best in his career right now. Kevin Durant has consistently in and out, has proven wise the number one, he is the best player in the NBA. He's one of the best scorers in the NBA, and he's one of the best defenders in the NBA. And he's doing that on one of the best defensive teams in the NBA right now. So I think that we have to start giving Kevin Durant the respect that he deserves. And I value two-way players, and I think Kevin Durant is the best player in the NBA right now.
Now, I'm going to tell you all why Steph Curry was the best player in the NBA last year, and he's still the best player in the NBA this year.
Here we go.
He's reigning best player in the NBA. Let's just throw that out there. I mean, we all know he is the best off-ball NBA player ever, and even at his older age, he's still that guy. Like, regardless of age, he's still a top 3 scorer in the NBA. Right now, he has the third highest offensive Raptor. He has a 6.8 wins above replacement. I mean, he's averaging, Durant's averaging 29 points per game. Beautiful. Curry's still giving me 27 a game on 8.8 real true percentage. Is an 8% above the league average. Steph Curry's still that guy. He can still score the ball. He's still efficient. And right now, I mean, we see Andre 3000 had the best verse of the year, but Steph Curry just hit 3,000 3-pointers. So they both doing something best of the year. They both hitting that 3,000 mark. So we see they both doing that. I mean, Mr. 3,000, Steph Curry said today that now every 3 ball he hits for the rest of his career will be a new record. Mm-hmm. I think that's pretty impressive, man. I mean, I'm just saying, and he doesn't seem to be slowing down. Now, Malcolm did talk about the defense. Durant has been a better defender, but Curry has been a neutral defender this year, and the Warriors have been the best defense all year. Not that he's really included in that defensive effort, but if you were a true liability, you would kind of drag the defense farther down. Mm-hmm. So he's also a top 5 playmaker in the NBA. He has a 13.8 box creation. Not as good as one of the other players that has not been mentioned yet, but still a top 3 player in the NBA in that nature. Also, I mean, last year, I think his load was a little larger, but this year his load has still been extremely big. I mean, we see Jordan Poole is the only other guard that's really been getting off. I mean, Damian Lee's been doing a pretty good job as well, but they need other creators. We see Draymond has been an elite passer this year, but we all know as a playmaker, Draymond doesn't have the same offensive gravity, so his playmaking is not as, he doesn't have that same type of impact. But Draymond has been an elite passer this year, so I don't want to take that away from Draymond. And then my last point is that Steph Curry has been at 12. His net on and off is 12 points. Like, he's been like, when he's off the court, the Warriors are just not as good of a team. So overall, I think Steph Curry was the best player last year, and he's still putting together another season and possibly another MVP caliber season.
That is great. That's tremendous.
That's marvelous. That's marvelous. I really think that was marvelous.
Very well articulated. I was a fan of Steph Curry. I feel like he was the best player last year. Yeah, I feel like he was the best player in the world last year. Still one of my favorite players, but I can't lie. This guy is really growing on me. I genuinely feel like Nikola Jokic is the best player in the NBA right now.
Okay.
Now that's the argument where most people may see, especially the casuals that don't watch Denver, they'll look at him like, Jokic, get out of here. But let's listen to this. He's carrying a non-NBA squad ravaged by injuries to a playoff spot. Like, he's the best playmaker in the world this year. Arguably, I would say the best passer in the world this year also. So then you have that. His field goal percentage and all of that has gone up since the rule change with less help. That is sick. He's already the greatest offensive big man of all time. And then he's improved vastly on his rebounding. Not only is he averaging 25 plus points per game, don't let me get into his bag. He's averaging 14 rebounds, which you could have considered was average or a weakness for him as a big man. Now it's a true strength, one of the best rebounders in the league, not paired with the playmaking. And let's talk about the defense. The defense is finally improving. His quick hands, he's being at the level, he's more mobile, he's actually communicating more. I will go to say he's a positive defender this year, not a negative, not a neutral. I will go as far as to say he's a positive, especially with the positional value he adds as a big man.
Yeah.
Now let's get to his scoring. He's elite from all levels. You want that post work, he's going to give it to you. You want that finishing, he's going to give it to you. He's going to clean up shots off the glass, misses off the glass. He's going to give it to you. When the mid-range, the floaters, he got all of that in his bag. And let's not talk about the elite three-point shot in the handle. The handle is crazy. One of the most efficient scorers in the league. One of the most versatile scorers in the league. You could argue maybe he can't ramp it up to insane values as a KD or Harden or Curry. But that consistent 25 plus production on elite efficiency and versatility paired with the elite playmaking, passing, and defense and rebounding. Like, he has the M&R show plus G in the starting lineup, and they're a playoff team.
That sounds like a playoff team to me, babe.
Hey, that sounds like playoff team to me. I think I got some good skills. I got some old guys.
He just says, run around, and I got everything under control. Like, it's sick. It's sick, man. I don't see how you can argue anybody but Jokic so far.
Yeah. I wanted to think about it's been a really good year where I think there's 5 guys that have 4 guys that have a legit argument as the best player. I couldn't tell you last time I would say that because no one's even named Giannis. I mean, he's having an elite season again. So we see what they're doing as well. And then, like you said, Jokic actually has a higher, it's Raptor, but he has a higher defensive than offensive Raptor. Rebound is included in that. So clearly he's an elite rebounder, but he's a plus 7.8 defensive Raptor this year. He's only a 7.3 offensive Raptor this year. So he's having an elite season. And Durant, like you said, Malcolm, this is probably one of his best playmaking seasons. He's even been the triple-double man a couple of times this year. His boy Westbrook maybe taught him a couple of things. I'm just saying, OKC, maybe. I'm just saying.
Oh yeah, most definitely. You look at what Kevin Durant doing. I just think that I love Kevin Durant. I think that Kevin Durant as a two-way player, two-way scorer, and he's one of the best in the league. And if he is the best in the league in what he does, and I seen that you said about Denver Nuggets and how they had a bunch of G League or rec league players. I mean, Kevin Durant and the Nets, they had a bunch of rec league players, at one point of time too, and they was winning games. So I understand what Nikola Jokic used to be doing this all season, and I feel like when Kevin Durant had that opportunity, they were still winning games, and that's the reason for his spike into the playmaking, because he's been galvanizing this troop together and be able to win a lot of games. And I think that's very important to understand. Kevin Durant is the best player in the NBA, 29.6 points per game for a 6'10" guy. How many times I got to say? It don't matter if James Harden is playing. We seen when James Harden is not playing or he's on hobble on one leg. Kevin Durant is gonna do what Kevin Durant got to do, and you got a good chance of still trying to win the game. So I know this year he's doing the same exact thing. This guy's in his 30s. We're talking about LeBron and his magnificent stuff. Kevin Durant is doing very good so far. Yeah. Hey, nah, because this is the point. We all disrespect. People, they want to talk about Kevin Durant, but they want to talk about Steph Curry and how he's doing this and that. But what we forgetting about what Kevin Durant is doing, how he's the number one in the East right now, and he's doing that with James Harden in and out of the lineup. He's doing that without Kyrie Irving, with his COVID issues and all the other stuff that he has going on. He's doing that with Steve Nash is an all right, good coach, yeah. But Steve Nash ain't Steve Kerr. You know what I'm saying? Steve Nash I don't think Steve Nash is Mike Malone. So we having all these questions. We seeing what Kevin Durant can do, and Kevin Durant is getting it done. So I think that we should give that respect. And I know G loves to give that respect to Kevin Durant.
Shout out to KD. I mean,
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
bring me a championship. And look, I'm with you. But nah, man, I just think Jokic it's just insane what Jokic do. If Jamal Murray doesn't get hurt last year, they win a championship.
Yeah, that really hurt me.
If Jamal Murray come back this year, I think they could beat Golden State if Jamal Murray come back this year.
And then my agenda will survive.
I think,
literally. Jokic probably has the highest offensive load in the NBA, though. I think that's almost unarguable. Like, I mean, Capazzo, it's all right. Will Barton. These are okay guys. I like these guys. Will Barton, I like Will Barton. I have him on my fantasy team. He's doing great. Capazzo, he's doing great as a passer. But overall, these are not even like all-star players. And they're probably like barely starters on like a good actual like championship team. So like, Aaron Gordon's been a really good addition. I really like, I think him and Jokic are like a really good fit. But I don't know. It's just crazy. It's just such a tough race too. Because again, we just haven't even talked about Giannis and how good Giannis has been this year. So it's crazy. This is the first time the NBA has somewhat of a parity. So there's no just like face that's just carrying. This is the best player in the league. The NBA is kind of pushing Curry in that way because of just the 3-point record and all the records he's breaking this year. But there's no like true number one face. The King is still playing, but he's not as much of a face anymore.
Yeah, most definitely not.
Who's King James, the one in Brooklyn?
Okay.
I thought he was talking
the
about
one that's tied for most 30-point games. That King.
Oh, the old man. That's all.
My bad. I'm sorry. I thought he was talking about the number one team in the East, King. But
yeah, I thought it was King James.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I forget sometimes. My bad. A little crazy.
They give King to anybody, man. Yeah. They give King to anybody. Anybody can give King.
We see. We definitely see.
All right, King anybody get King at this point. King can save it.
They missing out on KCP right now, so he might be the king. So we'll see. But nah.
But no, I think all three. Well, shout out to Giannis. I think all four have strong arguments to the point where like you cannot go wrong either way. Like either way, those two have to make all four of them have to make up your top four. Like if neither one of those four are in the top four. If that isn't your top four, then it's like, all right, what are we doing here? Like, come on, now. Yeah, like it has to be like one of those four who you have the first, second, third, and fourth best player in the world. And shout out to Giannis, man. He's dominating over there in the East. They laying low key like last year, which got me scared because it was good. Last year. Good. Yeah. Look, I've been telling people all year I'm scared of the Bucks. I think the Bucks can beat us. Last year I was like, nope, and we saw what happened. So let me try some humble pie this year. Shout out Giannis, man. Shout out to Giannis, yo. For real.
Oh man, this man said, let's try some humble pie. Yeah. Right. Well, hey, best player in the world, you're good to go. Best player in the world, top 7 other player in the world. Hey, Patty Mills is outplaying Westbrook on national TV. Hey, championship team. I think Patty Mills actually leads league in 3-point percentage. I could, or he's at least top 5 last time I checked. 3-point percentage. That's how good he shot this year. So, but any other final thoughts, Malc?
No, I don't. We have good thoughts on each player and good arguments on each player, but I think Kevin Durant is the best one in the league. So that's my opinion. But I have nothing else to say.
All right. Well, again, you all have been showing love. Just keep sharing the podcast. We have another episode coming out very soon.
Hey, y'all, continue following us on Instagram and on Twitter at Malc and Ron Show. Make sure y'all follow G at No Layups because he has a lot of different takes that he puts and, different analysis of different games. So make sure y'all tune in. Ron and the crazy, hot takes, but, that's just Ron and his Cowboys takes. But make sure y'all tune in. We appreciate y'all the support. Y'all have a great one. Happy New Year's to y'all.
Happy New Year's. With that.